Yeah, it's not much of a surprise that a fairly common response to my pattern betting demos, presentations, and so on, all the data that I produce to back up my ideas and the advice that I'm offering, is that the bets are way too big, and nobody could afford to do that. And of course, that's partially true. There's lots of people out there who can afford to bet sensibly because they have a big bankroll, but they don't have a plan. I mean, look at somebody like Crazy Cody Burn Money. I mean, he's got millions at his disposal, but he gets his ass kicked time and time again because he's all over the place. He bets flat. He bets. He'll put up with all kinds of crap coming at him. He has no self-defense strategy whatsoever, and I suppose that people find all of that very entertaining. I don't, because it's kind of frustrating. I know that if you have a plan, and if you have a ton of money behind you, and if above all the plan will enable you to to make a profit even when you lose more bets than you win, then you got a pretty good chance of coming out alive. But if you bet like these guys, like Dana White, for instance, I mean, he apparently is a miracle worker because he's won tens upon tens upon tens of millions, including hitting one casino so hard that its quarterly report was suffered. But it sounds to me like maybe Dana White is a dreamer too. Who knows? Okay, so technically it's beer time, but I got to do my duty first before I get my treats. I've got to do my routine and play a little baccarat. So move that over there. Start a new shoe. Session today. Oops. Start new shoe. And off we go. Oops, no we don't. Alright, now we go off. Plus one. Plus another one. And plus another one. And plus max. Repeat it. Alright, when we lose it's back to the min. And there it is, back to the min. Double for the loss. 1, 2. Thank you very much. Double for the tie. 51. Repeat. 1, 2. 3, 4. Thank you. Minimum. Plus 1. 51. 2, 3. Back to the min. Double. 1, 2. Nice timing. Plus 1. 51. Double for the tie. 3, 4. Yeah, this one is flowing well for us. It's not skill on my part, it's just how it is. Double for the tie. Plus 1. 1, 2. Try again. Minimum. Plus 1. 1, 2. Wouldn't it be nice if they were all like this? 51. 2, 3. Where are we at that right now? 21 up, 21 wins, 16 losses. Yeah, we're being treated with kid gloves right now. +1. 51. That could end in a heartbeat. Repeat. Back to the min. +1. 51. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the, oops, that's not the minimum. Double for the loss. Repeat. Minimum. Double for the loss. 1, 2. Minimum. +1. 51. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up nicely. Minimum. +1. 51. Double for the tie. 3, 4. Aha! 7, 8. There it is. Oops. Okay, so the next bet is 100, I think. We're 6 ahead, which is nice. It's always nice. So we're doing all right. It's not even 6 minutes yet. 2600, so that's all right. And I think the next bet is supposed to be 100. 51, I think. 2, 3. There it is. Double for the loss. Double for the tie. 2, 3. 5, 6. Thank you, player. Double for the loss. 50. Oops. 51. 2, 3. Back to the min. Double for the tie. Repeat. Minimum. Double for the loss. 3, 4. Uh-oh, 7, 8. We're on the cusp here. All right, try again. Well, we avoided the cusp. Double for the loss. 1, 2. 3, 4. Again, we're grooving accidentally, but it works. Repeat. Minimum. +1. 51. 2, 3. 5, 6. Like it. +1. 51. Repeat it. Minimum. Double for the loss. 1, 2. We keep an eye out over there because we're at 16 wins and 20 losses. This is yet another one of those occasions where it's quite clear that we're winning more when we win than we lose when we lose. But I've still got people who say, no, it's going. Ay, ay, ay. Never mind. People have the right to be stupid. Was that 51? I think so. 2, 3. Minimum. Oops, that's not a minimum. Minimum. +1. That's another one. 1, 2. Bid-a-bib. Minimum. Double for the loss. 1, 2. See, look at this. I mean, it's you know, we got 22 to 27 wins to losses, but because of the way that we're doing this, losing more bets than we win isn't hurting us, and that's the whole bloody point. Hey, yay. And yet there's still people out there who just say, well, you just got lucky. I mean, dozens, hundreds of times now, I think. What was that? Was that 51? Two, 3, 5, 6. See, it's just it's when you hit the groove, you know. I mean, it's great because we're 25 wins and 32 losses, but we've just grooved. 51. Repeat. 1, 2. 4. Bugger. There it is. 51. 2, 3. Oops. All right. 2, 4 then. 6, 7. Don't tell me right at the end we're going to be in trouble. 13, 7. And we've got to save the shoe. And we will call that 3, 2 in 500s on player, the new shoe. This could be the start of something bad. You just don't know. 3, 2. 5, 4. All right, now 5, 6. For the push, sorry, the tie. Bugger. Uh-oh. Okay. So that's got to be 6, 7, hasn't it? Aha. All right. I don't want to go to the banker right now, but it's too soon to run away from this shoe. So I'm going to have to run away to the banker, aren't I? 13, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh! 20, 15. Boy, oh boy, we could, oops, 2016 then. All right, so 2021. Oops, that's not good enough. 2028 for the commission and stuff. We are actually looking at blackjack here. Oh, bugger you. All right, so now we are definitely running away from this, and we're going to go and play blackjack. So 2028. So that's 50, 60 when we get to blackjack. We'll just have a look at the results here. I was so happy to see the red slipping down, and now it's Okay, what do we get there? We were 6 ahead on that one. And then 11 behind on that one, so that's -5. And then 5 behind on that one, so -10. So we're at 50, 60. Okay, give me a little while now to just get the blackjack thing set up. All right, so this is not great. We're 50, 60, which means that the drop needs to be 10, because you aim for 1/5 of your down. 50, 60 is, well, that's because we, the commission and all of that stuff that we left. We actually left behind 46,000 in the hole, but we lost about 7,000. So 50, 60 sounds about right. So let's see what we do. Oh, that's a good start. 50, 60. So 35, 40 should be good enough. Uh, 75, 80. Heavy duty. Oh, I can't do any more than that. Okay. I'm going to let this go. I'm going to do this one. Well, that was bloody nice, wasn't it? Okay, so we got robbed there of 5,000 because we're 46,000 behind, and we're 50,000 ahead here. So actually we got robbed of 10,000, didn't we? So we got to give it a go. All right, so there we are. We've turned around. And I do understand the sort of cynicism and the skepticism of people who sort of say, well, that's just absolutely ridiculous. Nobody can afford to bet like that, and they wouldn't let you play that way. There's all kinds of arguments that people love to offer to say, this is why there's absolutely no way that you're going to be able to make this happen. But I did it for years and years, not with huge amounts of money like this. I was a bloody penny ante kind of player, because I had a job to do, I had a family to raise, I had bills to pay, and so on. So I was sort of like a low roller, but I was a very consistent, very steady low roller. And all of the things that I'm telling you are worth doing, like gagging, like, sort of saving a whole succession if you're stuck with only one casino for whatever reason, as I was. where I lived, there were just two casinos in town. One was a spit and sawdust joint, which eventually took out all its blackjack tables. So then I didn't go there at all because slots are just madness. That's sucker shit. Um, so then there was just one place in town to play blackjack, and then 6 of them at State Line, and then on the other side of Lake Tahoe, there were. I think there were 4 there. I didn't like it over there very much. They were all rather scuzzy and run down. But then there was Carson City, which had about another 4, and then about 22, 23, something like that in Reno. And from time to time, I would go to Vegas, but it was just very, very businesslike, very, very serious, no drinking, no mucking about. And of course, I sort of mixed in a ton of sports betting as well. And I know absolutely nothing about sports. All I recognize is, okay, that looks like good odds. And I wouldn't usually take odds of better than plus 140 because I thought that was pushing it a bit. But it was very nice to be moving into a situation like if I had a relatively small turnaround to aim for from baccarat or from blackjack or whatever, then it'd be nice to get more than even money back. I mean, the great appeal of blackjack, of course, is that even money that's mostly what happens, but you get your splits and you get your naturals, so it can go very well. But anyway, so that's about 20 less than 20 minutes, quite a bit less than 20 minutes actually. So we turned it around, and this was the 13th time that we had to go to blackjack. But the engine for this basically is probability. If you are 10 behind, then you are likely to see an improvement. It's not guaranteed. I have never suggested that. I've never said that by gagging, by doing whatever, you're automatically going to see pastures greener or whatever. You're not. But the most important thing is you are trying to make sure that you don't get hammered by a continuing mean streak. You don't know, you could be walking away right before a winning streak. Who the hell knows? But the main thing is to take care of your your comfort level, your mindset, your attitude, your mental health, whatever the hell you want to call it, all the cliches that we have these days. But anyway, we got out of trouble again, and I'm cool with that. And now I have to go back to baccarat, and I did take a picture of that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I'm going to go back to back. All right, so that got seriously hairy for us, but the 46,000 was blown away by the blackjack win of 60,000. And so that's 14,000, 15,300, 17,000, 17,900 in about 18 minutes. And, I count that as being time well spent. And, to people out there who sort of say, well, that was just blind luck. There's no way that it would really happen like that. You hear this stuff all the time. And when you actually look at vast data sets, you will see that nothing that happens here in real time, when I'm playing around with these sims, nothing that happens here is outrageous or ridiculous. Because if you look at imported data sets that I've taken from tracking the play of these half-wit sort of professional losers on YouTube, and maybe they're not half-wits, they're just cynical, because they're deliberately losing while collecting money from Google at the end of the day and collecting freebies from the casinos and so on. And I think it's all very sort of like it's immoral, really, because they're con men, all of them. But hey, they're not breaking the law, so there's nothing that I can do about it. All I can do is try and draw attention to a situation which I think is just plain wrong. I mean, just look at the fact that the casinos are all now getting around the ban on gambling advertising, by hosting the likes of Vegas Matt and Bobby Rivas and Mr. Handpay and all the others, the Crazy Cody Burn Monies and so on. They're getting incredible free ads. Well, they're not exactly free because they're comping these guys and they're giving them promotional chips and they're giving them all kinds of inducements. Yeah, there was a question on Quora that I thought was kind of interesting. They're talking about Voldemort Casino, the casino that shall not be named, and where it seems to be the hangout of most of these high roller people, like Vegas Matt, it's his favourite place, and Bobby Rivas and various others. They all end up there, and the question would be, how much has business improved because of all of this activity? And I think that's a fair question. It's probably answered somewhere, but there's no way that the casinos are doing what they do with these people if it doesn't benefit from them. They're doing it because it's bringing in new blood, it's bringing in new suckers, lambs to slaughter, etc. So anyway, we came out of that pretty damn well. I've showed you the shoes already, so all I've got to do is at some point update the worksheet, and we've got, as I said, 17,900. We made nearly 18,000, but we had to sweat. It wasn't a piece of cake, but look at the kind of money that the professional losers are throwing into the ring from time to time, especially Crazy Cody and Dana White. And even Vegas Matt, every so often he goes completely bonkers, and he had a short on today, today being the 26th of April, he had a short where he was betting 25,000 bucks a hand at blackjack, and out of 6 bets he won 5. At least he's not one of these people who sort of says just because he wins, because he gets lucky like that, he's not saying I'm the greatest. I'm the I mean, he's not the king of the hill, but he's certainly king of the Shills. And I know that I'm pissing into the wind, and I know that there are people out there who disagree with me. I had one comment come in just today which said, "Oh, for goodness sake, this is just entertainment." Well, yeah, I mean, power slap is entertainment according to some people. Boxing is entertainment according to some people. Car crashes and train wrecks are entertainment according to some people. And I'm sorry, I just don't agree with you. I think damage is being done here. And the worst of it is that none of the guys doing this have any kind of moral compass. If they just spent a little time walking around one of the casinos that they're getting all these freebies from, they see the damage that easy access to legalized gambling does. They'll see people being stupid. They'll see people blowing tens of thousands when they're drunk, and you can see from the way they behave and the way they're dressed and their whole demeanor that they can't afford it. And just one of those, just one case of that sort of situation should be enough to tell people like Vegas Matt and WBG and all the others that this is not a good thing to be doing. But they don't care. They don't care. They're making millions, and tough tits to the rest of us. Anyway, I'll be back with the XL thingy in due course. Okay, so this is not my favourite update because it's got a big nasty red number up here for the last 5 shoes. The last 2 have actually been just fine, but there was one monster loss, which was a horrible thing to see. And let's see if I can find it here. 46,000. I mean, but it's a good news, bad news situation because we bailed out, gagged, got up and got away from baccarat when it got really, really shitty, and it's all in the video, So there's no argument about this, and fled to blackjack First thing that happened at blackjack was a 10,000 drop zone bet, which caught a blackjack. So that was 15,000 off the nasty. The next bet was 40 grand and lost. Next bet after that was 75. And I had to suffer that because I only had 75 left in the chip stack, and the bet should have been 85, I think. Or it should have been 90 maybe. Anyway, I let that go simply because I'm in charge. I can do what I want, right? 75, so I accepted the 75, won the 75, and then topped off with a win at 10,000. So the win from blackjack was 60,000, which covered the 46,000 that we lost here. So that's how it went. Let's go and have a look at the chart. Excuse me. And you know what you can see here is what is that? Damn it! There's so many weird little things crop up in Excel, and I've been using it for like, I don't know, 20 years, and it surprises me all the time. They're just little quirks and weird things. I'm not bad with Excel, but I'm certainly not a super expert, Excel expert. But anyway, 60 grand, which should be right there. Yeah. Okay. So you can see the 160,000 chip stack here. And remember that with this sim of the Wizards, you can't buy in more money. So it isn't possible to cheat, you know, by building your chip stack up to whatever you want. And obviously that's why his designers built that into the sim, you know, so that you can't claim that you're ahead when you're not. And so there's the 160,000. And the details are here. This one is slightly misleading because it wasn't a $15,000 bet, it was a $10,000 bet that caught a natural, and then lost 40,000, then won 75, and then blah 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 blah. So that's how that went, and it was good, obviously good. But that's the whole point of you know the strategy that I always talk about. The whole point is that you don't stick around when it gets to the point where the house is telling you you're not going to be able to bet anymore. Tough tits, buddy. You're not going to be able to win your money back. Never mind. This is our place. We make the rules. Sod off, kind of attitude which they sometimes have. When I'm done with this, I'm going to tack on to the end of this a quick update on the latest block from BNB Simulation. Love those guys because they produce 500 shoes 2 or 3 times a week, at least twice a week. And all I'm doing is each time they put up a new block, I'm just going to put up, you know, feed shoes 1 to 10 into the new worksheet, the new model. And what that does is it plays the algorithm, betting player all the time, betting banker all the time, and betting the hop. And mostly I don't apply gags, but when it gets really, really bad, then I demonstrate that it wouldn't have been nearly as bad and would have ended in success if the get up and go rules had been applied. So that's going to be coming up next. Basically, that's all I've got this time. I mean, it's simple enough. Once again, getting up and going, got the job done, and that's what it's for. So that's it. And I'll tack on the latest from BNB Simulation in just a mo. Okay, so yeah, this is just today. Whatever the hell it is, I don't have a date stamp on this particular worksheet, but today the guys at Baccarat Simulator put up another 500 shoes, and so I took the first 10. And you know, my mission basically here is just to, as often as I can, to disprove the absolute cobblers that is sort of just scattered all over the internet and YouTube in particular, the gambling channels the Shills, the Vegas mats, and so on. You know, the whole point being, the thing that they're trying to say is, you know, the only way that you can win is to get lucky, and it's great fun to chase your luck, and losing is hilarious. It's delightful. It's orgasmic. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. What a load of bloody bullshit, honestly. But anyway, let's have a look at these different things here. I mean, here we are. And I'm not saying, I never say that it's always easy. I mean, look here. Player fell into a bloody deep red hole and then came roaring out of it you know, the next time around. So, you know, easy peasy first shoe, crappy second shoe, recovery third shoe, and then fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th piece of piss. You know, and then what have we got with Banker here? We got you know, Banker manages. You see, look at this. Look at this. This is the number here that counts. 13.7% of action was the win. Banker did 12.8%. No real stress, except for this disappointing one, which was obviously a rollover to the next one. And, you know, we got 10 shoes there. Just great. And then playing the hop, same thing, you know. And, you know, I mean, yeah, there are people out there who keep sort of saying, well, he can only get these results by cheating. He must be faking something or other. He must be a charlatan. He must be batshit crazy. All of those things. And I'm sorry, guys, that is not the case. The ones who are batshit crazy are you people who throw hundreds of thousands of dollars onto the tables at whichever casino happens to be looking after you. Here's what the chart looks like, okay? So the pink one is the hop. The blue one is player. The red one is banker. And you can see, you know, I mean, honestly, players net win 15.2%. It's all up here. Oh, there's a slight difference there, isn't there, between this here? Oh, I think that's probably because yeah. Never mind. Let's go with the lower numbers here. 13.7% for player, 12.8% for banker, 13.7 for the hop. Bloody marvellous, you know. And this is just how it is. But the naysayers, the shills, the mathematicians, they just lie in their bloody teeth all the time and say, yeah, you know, the only way you can beat these games is if you win more bets than you lose, and it might happen to you. You know, you might be able to just get away with whatever. Anyway, there you go. This is another summary here, and it's the latest block put up today, which is the 27th, Monday the 27th of April. And you can, as always, take it or leave it, believe it or not. And I've always got to show this. I mean, this is what this thing looks like in full. This is from 5/17, I think, or was it? Whatever. It was a while ago, but it's great. It's fantastic. And let's go back there and just, you know, there you see it. And yes, the bets get big from time to time, but you know, watch Vegas Matt. Watch Crazy Cody. You know, these people, they're putting out huge sums of money and mostly getting their asses kicked, which they richly deserve, in my opinion. Anyway, that's it for now.